Good morning class. Today we will be discussing about important questions on page number 63. Page number 63. There are three parts over there, third, fourth and fifth part. We are starting with the third part. It is about a general activity that we do. What about negative marking? We have done multiple choice questions several number of times where there are no negative marks. But when there are negative marks, we do the totaling in a separate manner. Same thing is here. He says, yes, you scored 40 marks in a test. The total is scored 40. Definitely in that total, some might be correct answers, some might be wrong answers. Correct answers, he will be awarded some marks, and wrong answers, some marks will be deducted from his total. The question says, in the last statement he says, how many questions were there in a test? Now, here we are assuming that Yash has attempted all the questions. What happens? Sometimes when it is a negative mark test, we do not attempt all the questions. But here, yes, it is asking that how many questions were there. We are assuming that Yash has attempted all the questions. So let the total number of correctly answered questions be X and wrongly answered questions be Y. So therefore, total number of questions that were there, total number of questions is equals to X plus Y. Understood? Now case first. In case first, the total marks he has got was 40. Now how did he get 40? He says getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. There are X number of correctly answered questions, he is getting 3 marks for that. So 3X is the total marks he got. But for every wrong answer, his 1 mark was deducted. So 1 into Y minus 1Y, the total he gets 40. Equation number first. I hope it is clear why we have subtracted. 1 mark was deducted for wrong answer. There were Y number of questions wrongly answered. So 1 into Y, 1Y. Whereas in case number second, he says he scored had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer, then he should have scored 50 marks. 4 marks for correct answer. So how many questions correctly answered? X. So marks 4X minus 2 marks deducted for wrong answer. So 2 into Y, 2Y. Totally got was 50. Clear? Instead of adding the wrongly answered question, we are supposed to be deducting. I hope things are clear. Now you can solve both these equations either by substitution, elimination or cross multiplication. The best is elimination. You get the value of X and Y. The question says what is the total number of questions? The total number of questions is X plus. Clear? Now we come down to the fourth part. Very important question and very good question. It says places A and B are 100 kilometers apart on a highway. For example, when we talk about Abroad and Ahmedabad, the distance between the two places is 200 kilometers approximately. Here he is saying 100 kilometers. So instead of Ahmedabad, we take Mehsana. It is approximately 100 kilometers. So what does he say? Places A and B are 100 kilometers apart on a highway. One of the cars starts from A, another from B at the same time. If they can travel the same direction at different speed, they meet in 5 hours. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. What are their speeds of the cars? So what is he telling us to find? He is telling us to find the speed. So let the speed of car from A be X kilometers per hour and the speed of car from B be Y kilometers per hour. Alright. Now again there are two cases. Case first, when cars in same direction. Important, same direction. That means check over here what is given. Say this is place A, this is place B. A and B. According to the question, the distance between them is 100 kilometers. The distance between them is 100 kilometers. Right? One car is starting from A, another one is starting from B, and they are moving in the same direction. That means they are moving in this direction, supposedly. And it is clearly mentioned at the same time. Say, for example, we are supposed to go into Mehsana, 100 km away. One person is starting from Abu Road, the other person is starting from Palampur. But at the same time, 5 AM, 5 AM. So definitely, if they are supposed to be meeting, they meet when the car A is moving faster and it overlaps. Agree? So the distance is 100 km. The time in which they meet, time taken to meet is equals to 5 hours. Yes? So definitely we can see when both the cars are moving in same direction, they will meet beyond this point somewhere C. So what is the distance covered by the car A? AC. What is the distance covered by the car from B to BC? Yes or no? So here we will find the distance. So therefore, distance covered by car A, that is AC, and distance covered by car B, that is BC. Now distance, we have the speed of first car x km per hour, second car y km per hour. Speed is given to us, we have assumed x km per hour, and this is y km per hour. And we have the time. So we know the formula for distance, speed and time. Speed is equals to distance upon time. Yes or no? So speed into time, time is cross multiplied. So speed into time is equals to what? Distance. We are using the formula. Speed. What is the speed from car A? X. Into time. How much is the time taken by this car A? 5. So what is the distance traveled? 5x kilometer. Same way, distance covered by car B, BC. What is the speed? Y. What is the time? 5 hours. So y into 5. So that is 5y kilometers. Distance we have calculated. First the distance between A and B was given. Now we have calculated distance from A and C and from B and C. Correct? Using the formula, speed into time is equals to distance. So sir, there is the equation. Come back over here. C. We have the total distance AC. So therefore, AC, is it equals to AB plus BC? Yes sir. AB plus BC. So how much is AC? 5x equals to AB. What is the distance? 100 plus BC. How much is BC? 5y. So we can bring this 5y over here. My equation becomes 5x minus 5y is equals to 100. Equation number first. This was the condition when both the cars were moving in the same direction. Now you can assume it. No. Definitely sir, when they are going in the same direction, they will meet after a longer time. But if they are coming towards each other, one person is starting from Abu Road, other one is coming from Mehsana, they will meet somewhere between 100 km. That is the case second. Case second. When cars move in opposite direction. Yes or no? Opposite direction, that means towards each other. That is, say this is place A, this is place B, and the distance between them remains the same 100 km. But now this car is starting at a speed of x kilometers per hour, and this car is starting from at y kilometers per hour, and they are moving towards each other. When they are moving towards each other, Here in this case, they were meeting in a different place. Now here they are meeting. So again we'll find time taken to meet. Time taken to meet is equals to 1 hour now. So again, so therefore distance covered by A, that is AC. Check over here now, AC. What is the speed? X kilometer per hour. And what is the time? 1 hour. Again, formula speed into time is equals to distance. So speed X into time 1 hour. So that is 1x kilometer. Distance covered by car B, that is BC. As you can see, from here it is coming over here. So it is y speed into time 1 hour. That is 1 by kilometer. Now where is the equation? So you can see over here. AC plus BC, is it equals to AB? AC plus BC is equals to AB. It is right there clearly in the picture. That is why picture is wrong. AC 1x, BC 1y is equals to AB 100 kilometers. Equation number 7. Can we solve both these equations? The question was find the speeds x and y. We have made the equation in the form of distance. Clear? Very important question. We use it in our daily life several number of times. These two questions are important in our daily life. Next question, fifth question, again an important one. It is used for our area. All of us know area of a rectangle, of a square, of a parallelogram, everything. This board right in front of you, is it a rectangle? If I tell you to find the area of this rectangle, sir, length multiplied by the breadth. We know the formula. Now, if I change the length or breadth, will the area change? Definitely. If I increase the length and if I decrease the breadth, area might change. Same way, everything changes. Here also he says, the area of a rectangular gets reduced by 9 square units. If the length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 3, length is increased, breadth is decreased. He says, if we increase the length by 3 and breadth by 2, the area increases by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Dimensions of rectangle, all of us know. Rectangle has 2 dimensions, length and breadth. Yes or no? The board in front of you is again a rectangle. Area, length multiplied by breadth. Fifth part, to let the length of rectangle be x units and the width of rectangle be y units. Agreed? So therefore, sir, area will be area of rectangle. What is the formula? Length into breadth. X into y square units. I hope it is clear. If I talk about this board, the length of this rectangle, this length of this board is 8 units or 8 feet. If I talk about, and the breadth is 4 feet. So the area will be 8 multiplied by 4, 32 square feet. Simple. The same way, if the length is x, breadth is y, the area will be x. Clear? Now see. 2 cases are there. Case first. What does he say? He says the area is reduced by 9. What is the area? xy is the area. Area is reduced by 9 when the length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by new length and new breadth. If length and breadth are changing, will there be a change in area also? New area. What is he saying? He is saying that area is reduced by 9 if length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 3. Length is reduced by 5, x minus 5, and breadth is increased by 3, y plus 3. Yes or no? Length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 3. Length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 3. The area gets reduced by 9. What was the original area? XY. So XY minus 9 is the new area. Clear? Any confusion? Change in original length, change in original breadth. So definitely there will be change in the original area. So we know the formula. Length x minus 5 multiplied by breadth y plus 3 is equals to area xy minus 9. Yes or no? New length multiplied by new breadth is equals to new area. Clear? Open the brackets are very simple. There is no linear equation. Open the bracket. X into y, xy, x into 3, 3x, minus 5 into y, minus 5y, minus 5 into 3, minus 15 is equals to xy minus 9. Plus xy cancel. So my equation left out 3x minus 5y is equals to minus 9 and minus 15 comes over here plus 15. So my equation becomes 3x minus 5y is equals to 6. Equation number first. Correct? Second case, new length, again there is a change in length, new breadth, so definitely new area shall also be there. Now read the question. Now it says, if the length is increased by 3 units and breadth by 2 units, length is increased by 3 units, so new length x plus 3, breadth is increased by 2 units, y plus 2, so the area increases by 67. What was the original area? xy. The area increases by 67, so xy plus 67. In first case the area was getting reduced. Here length is increasing, breadth is increasing, so definitely area will also increase. Again same concept. So therefore length x plus 3 multiplied by breadth y plus 2. The area is xy plus 67. New length multiplied by new breadth is equals to new area. Open the bracket. X into y, xy, x into 2, 2x, 3 into y, 3y, 3 into 2, 6 is equals to xy plus 67. Again xy cancel, so 2x plus 3y is equals to 67 plus 6 comes over here minus 6. So final equation 2x plus 3y is equals to 61. Equation number 6. Again important question based on our daily life. Can you solve all these equations? Any of the method. Elimination, substitution, or multiplication. So page number 63, you find 3 important questions. Now go back, one more exercise. There are some important questions on our daily life. We use it every day. That is 4th part. Page number 57, 4th part. Page number 57, 4th part. Meena went to a bank. All of us know about currency notes, right? All of us know about currency notes. If I have, say, let me check my pocket, how many rupees do I have? So you can see I have some amount over here in front of me. I have some currency notes with me, right? Say this is 500 note. If I have 3 notes right now in front of me, so what is the amount that I am having? Sir, 500 multiplied by 3, 1500. Simple calculation. Same way, if I check this 100 rupee note, there are 200 rupee notes. So what is the amount I am having? 200. The total amount that I am having is 1500. 500 into 3 plus 2 into 100. That is 200. The total amount I am having is 1700. But what is the number of notes I am having? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the notes I am having. Right? 5 notes but of different denomination. So here also this question says, Meena went to a bank to withdraw 2000 rupees. What is the amount she withdrew? 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and 100 notes only. She does not want 500 rupee notes. She does not want 2000 rupee note. She said, give me 50 rupees and 100 rupee notes. Fine. He says, she asked the cashier to give. Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she got. So let the number of rupee 50 notes be X and the number of rupee 100 notes be Y. So total notes, so therefore total number of notes she got, total number of notes according to the bank it was 25. So total number of notes X plus Y is it equals to 25? Agreed or not? 50 rupee notes is X, 100 rupee notes is Y. So total X plus Y number of notes is equals to 25 according to this. How many rupees did she get in this 25 notes? 2000. Right? What is the value of 2 notes of 50 rupees? 2 multiplied by 50. What is the value of 3 notes of 100 rupees? 3 into 100. And similarly, how many? So therefore, amount she received is equal to rupees 2000. Yes or no? And this 2000 rupees she got in the denomination of 100 and 50. So therefore, number of 50 notes X. So what is the value? 50 into X. Number of 100 rupee notes Y. So how many? What is the value? 100Y is equal to total amount 2000 equals the numbers. Notes question we are very easily able to understand. So why? We use it in our daily lives. 100, 50. Nowadays we do not use 50 or 100. We ask for pocket money in the form of 2000 or 500. Right? But previously it was 50 or 100. These all questions are based on your daily application. Students, if you take a look at your syllabus, it is clearly mentioned word problem based on our daily life. These all word problems that we discussed today are based on your daily application. Do we discuss about speed distance time? Yes sir, we study about speed distance time. Right? Do we apply? Yes, we apply daily. If we are getting late for school, we increase our speed. If we are getting late for a movie, we increase our speed. But if we are getting late for a lecture of any sir, so it is sir, aram se jayenge. What is the need? Let it be. Right? Do we use area? We use area. How to find the area of a rectangular field? How to find the area of our home at which we are living? Do we use currency? Yes, we will use currency. Clear? So these are the most important questions of this chapter. In the next lecture, we shall discuss about the rest of the questions. Clear? All the best. Please solve these questions. Thank you.